As a Rust video creator, I try to stay pretty up to date on the update patch notes. That said, between trying to get the perfect shot, spending the time needed editing, and playing the other games I enjoy, I sometimes fall behind an update or two. Baldur's Gate 3 is pretty great. So when I logged onto Rust a few months ago and I saw a full-on base floating towards me at Oil Rig, I had to see what it was all about. The tugboats are honestly one of the coolest updates I've seen in my time on Rust, and as soon as I heard about them I wanted to try everything. My first question was how many are there on the map? In investigating Corrosion Hour, it appeared they were incredibly rare, with only 2 spawning per harbor, and the vast majority of maps only having 2 harbors. It seemed like there was a global tugboat population of 4, which gave me quite a few ideas to try out, the final one being control of every tugboat on the server. It was time to set sail. The first step was figuring out just how easy it was to sink the tugs, and I'd heard torpedoes do a pretty good job, so I started working on scrap to tech tree to torpedoes and pick up a submarine.
Hello? Do you have weapon on you? Oh, you can keep that. Don't worry, I'm just going for a tugboat right now. Have a good day.
Hey!
Your aim is thick.
Yo, is someone in here? Yo, let me in the tugboat, bro. I just want to see it. It looks dope. Oh, they got a cockpit up here. Oh, man. What BP? I didn't even check what BPs I got. Let me see.
To my surprise, it took only 10 torpedoes for the first tug I came across. With the quantity I'd produced by this point, sinking every tugboat on the server wouldn't just be doable, it would take me like 20 minutes. So I floated around in my tiny tube of death for a bit looking for any tugboat I could find. It's worth mentioning here that tugboats are not protected at all by the safe zone, and that you can easily torpedo them from the outside and then dive down to get in. Unfortunately, this one couldn't be accessed through what I have to call a game bug that I figured out can be pretty easily replicated to lock up your loot permanently in the tug. I'm not sure if it's been patched by now, but I did put a short together on it, which I'll link here for anyone curious. Being that this wipe was immediately after the tugs were released, the global chat couldn't stop talking about them. And I met a player at Harbor who really wanted to see what they looked like, so I brought her along to sink a few with me.
Alright, I'm back. Could be pretty fun. This is my first time ever being in one. This thing looks so fucking cool.
On the second day, Ent showed up to join the party. After wiring up some nonsense and goofing around for a while, we decided that the best choice would be to construct our own harbor-type compound where we could store our tugboats while we collected all 4. We'd set up auto turrets inside so that we could blow the door out on the tug, and then back it in and continue raiding it from our harbor, making any possible resistance from our occupants easier to deal with. We were able to get the harbor done really quick, and immediately set off to begin collecting tugs. Unfortunately, as we ran along the coast out to sea, we realized our neighbors had constructed a massive bridge across our bay, completely blocking our harbor from the main ocean. Whether or not they had some utility reason, or they had seen us constructing our bay and meant to grief our seafaring, it was a pretty hilarious owl. Luckily, the bay was a faster project than I anticipated, so we explored for a bit and then got to building harbor number 2. Almost immediately after finding the bridge, we discovered not 1, but 2 tugboats directly next to one another. We didn't really have much infrastructure set up at this point, but we felt like it was more important we get these guys claimed, so we started cracking. Of course, in the middle of raiding these tugs, cargo decided to cruise by. Wanting to try everything the tugs had to offer, we tunnel visioned yet again towards taking down cargo with our base cruising along the side. The cargo hackables were mid at best, but the experience was definitely worth the trip. We took a second to throw the loot in Maine, and then headed back to get the 2 tugboats and throw up our second harbor. As we got headed home with the 4th tugboat, I felt like I might never build on land again. Of course, the fact that they didn't allow electronics or traps makes them harder to defend, and the recent zoning restrictions on oil have made respawns at Rig impossible again. Both count against using the tug as a main base, but the pirate's life is pretty awesome, and it definitely made the game feel fresh in a way few updates managed to do. All in all, I had 3 main takeaways. Tugboats are always one door to main loot, and one door to build priv max. Tugboats can be sunk like they're made out of balsa wood with just a few torpedoes. And none of those things matter because they're just too damn fun. If you haven't tried one out for yourself, I recommend you steal your neighbor's ASAP. Just keep an eye out for sharks. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. And remember to pet your dogs and cats tonight. Until next time, peace out.